What is up, super fam and bro Vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be checking out none other than episode 6 of X-Men 97. This has been such a joy to be able to watch week after week, and I am so pumped. I am so ready to get into it tonight. And I truly hope that you guys are too. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. We are multi streaming right now on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We were live on Twitch, but I think it's kind of tripping right now. So we're not live on Twitch right at this moment, but we're live on a whole bunch of multitude of platforms, and we will be doing this a lot for the foreseeable future. So you guys definitely should tap in with us on all of the things and all of the stuff, because we got it going on wherever you're looking at. Okay, you can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time. And you can also check out that podcast wherever you check out podcasts at, to stay up to date with all that podcasting goodness that we do, if you feel what I'm saying. Okay, so we were live a little bit earlier talking about all the goody goodness that is going to be in this amazing episode, and I am ready for every ounce of it. I am ready for every ounce of it. I think tonight's episode is going to be a banger. Unfortunately, I don't believe we're going to be continuing with the craziness that we had left off on last week. I believe we are going to be dealing more with Forge, Storm, and possibly some of the time travel stuff that was going on with Bishop and Future Forge as well. So that's kind of the vibe that I think we're going to be having as far as it goes tonight. And I hope everyone is ready for whatever it is that we are in store for tonight. I feel like I just said that. Am I tripping? Let me get a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready to get into this episode tonight. Let me get a 2 in the chat if you're not too excited about it, and then let's get a 3 in the chat if you're not really sure how to feel about X-Men 97 overall, then you're kind of still waiting for something else, or for the show to kind of kick off a little bit more. I want to know how you guys are feeling. Let me know what's been your favorite episode in the first half of this season. I mean, we got episodes 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5, because 1 and 2 did get released simultaneously as like they got released at the same time. So it's kind of like a two-parter episode, the way I look at it, and they go hand in hand together really well. It works the best as that. So I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I hope everybody is ready to get into it. And we're gonna be getting into chat, so make sure you guys talk to us because we talk back. I'm really interested in hearing your guys' opinions, your thoughts, your theories on all the stuff that's gonna be going on tonight. I was watching the Fallout series before we got into this because I missed. Well, I can't say I missed it because they dropped it all at one time, and whenever they do that, it's just like not even feasible for me to do a watch party for it unless it's something humongous. Um, and I like the first episode so far from what I saw. If you guys have been watching the Fallout series, let me know how you're feeling about it. That first episode was pretty solid. I like that it started off the way a lot of the games start off as well. Like it felt good. It felt good. So that was a solid episode, and I'm ready to get into an even more solid episode with X-Men 97. I mean, this is a good way to the best way to kind of look at this episode is almost like episode 1 of part 2, because we're literally halfway through the season. So we have we have had that first arc kind of take place, and now we're getting ready to go into that second arc. And I am really hyped for it. And I hope you guys are too. Sonic Boom says, here we go. Yo, what's up with the Sonic Boom? Welcome to the chat, man. I hope you're having a good day today. Are you excited for the day? Marisu says, yo, it was wine night at my neighbor's house, so you got spicy Marisu in the house. Yo, when do we not have spicy Marisu in the house is the only thing I'm trying to figure out. What's up, girl? I hope you're having a good night. Let us see you again. Let us see you again. Yo, what's up with it, J Miggy? How you doing, man? Love to see the X-Men fans coming through, because the X-Men fans are who man, it's all about X-Men right now, baby. It's all about X-Men. This show has been weaving together every X-Men comic ever created. Like, they've been doing so much. Like, it's kind of insane how much how many storylines from so many different comics they've been able to kind of weave together into this format that we have right now. It's crazy, and I'm excited for it. And I hope you're having a good night. Good morning, everyone. Yo, top of the morning to you, Ark. I hope you're having a good morning this morning for you. Where you at? For me, it is 11:47 p.m. So we're just now getting into the new day. The new day at night. You feel me? I know for Mari Sue, I believe it's probably around 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe about to hit three. I think. I don't know how that daylight saving thing said. I can't remember. But I appreciate everybody being here with us, no matter what time it is and no matter where you are. I am so excited to have you guys with us, and we're going to be able to share this amazing episode that will be releasing in about 13 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So, Hype City for sure. Spicy. Yo, if you put a bunch of what is that, a chili? If you put a bunch of chilies in the chat, you'll see the emojis kind of bounce around. I got this new emoji wall going on, and it's pretty dope. So I'm digging it. I'm good and excited. Hey, I'm happy you're good, and I'm happy you're excited, yo. I am really excited to get into tonight's episode, yo. Um, Not only did we have craziness last week with Gambit, with Rogue, with Magneto, like, and everyone was going crazy, and everyone that wasn't there was watching it on the TV, and it was like, everybody was so just getting into it. Uh they were so sad. They just, how many people? What's the number? And we kind of saw earlier Marisu, she compared it, and so did Eric from or EA Voss from New Rockstars, and both of them were kind of saying how it was very similar to 9/11. And what we kind of find out is they actually you know uh structured that scene based off of inspiration from not only 9/11 but also from the Tulsa massacre that happened. That's what the creators of the show, or the showrunners, had came out and said, is like that was the inspiration behind that moment, or at least to kind of bring that moment to life, quote unquote, because it does also happen in the comics. But in order for us to see it, in order for us to kind of experience it, those were the real life experiences that they took from, in order to kind of make it feel a lot more realistic. And more realistic it did feel, for sure. You think the Avengers will fight the X-Men? Yo, that's interesting that you said that. Someone asked me earlier if I thought that the X-Men or what I thought the next two seasons of X-Men 97 would be about. And I said I think season 2 is going to be more heavily focused on Professor X, but I think there's a big possibility that when we move into season 3, yeah, that could possibly start being more of that Avengers versus X-Men stuff, especially with all the things that are going on right now. And what Magneto did, you know what I mean, and holding people upside down, and all of that, like what Magneto did, and now what's happening. Even though that's not Magneto doing it, I feel like the Avengers might come into play somewhere. And at the beginning of this season, at the very first episode, we also get that whole newspaper flying past the screen that obviously talks about Spider-Man and some other heroes and other things like that. And so I'm here for all of that. You know what I mean? So I think there is a possibility of us seeing the X-Men and the Avengers throw down for whatever purpose that may be. 7:47 a.m. here. Oh, okay. So you starting the day with us. Love to have you here. Love to have you here. Have you been watching Shogun? No, Mari. So I have not watched an episode of Shogun, but I think I've heard about it, but I haven't watched any of it. But if you're gonna give me a recommendation of me if I should watch it, then it's going on the list, because you already know, girl. I'm going. If you give me, I've been watching almost all the stuff you didn't recommend it. I have. I finally managed to watch the episode properly from last week. I want to say that I was shook, but the moment they said they were going to Genosha, I knew, well, damn, 16 million mutants are gonna die. Yeah, I think a lot of people already knew. Well, not I think. I mean, a lot of people already knew what was going to happen, but the way that it happened, it still was such a powerful moment. And I think that's one of the best things about this show, that this show has been able to do time and time again, is they've been able to tackle these moments that the majority of us fans have already seen and already know what's going to happen, and it still holds so much weight and it's still so powerful, and we still feel all the feelings because they just structure it in a way that brings all of it together, and it just works, man. It just works. All the feels, I felt them all. Facts, Arc. Exactly, exactly. I think Scott will go down his villain arc where he becomes more like Magneto. Then they'll introduce the Avengers. Yo, that's actually a really good point because if you like, they definitely hinted at that animosity from Scott, aka why can't I think of bruh's name? I can't think of bruh's superhero name right now. Cyclops. What the hell? That was crazy. Cyclops definitely was showing some of that animosity when he was getting interviewed for the news segment or whatever the hell was going on there. He showed some animosity talking about that damn doctor that didn't want to deliver his baby because his wife was a mutant. Like that was crazy. I have always loved that about the X-Men, whether it be from the comics or from the live action movies or even from this animation, right? They do a really, really good job at showing the bigotry of human society towards other humans or towards other people, period. Like, that is something that is a major flaw in human society, obviously. But I think the show, and I mean, that's why Stan Lee even created the X Men, was to show that in the first place, which is something that has been tackled, I think, by all the iterations of the X Men that we have seen. I think that's one thing that we can all agree about, no matter what we think about the other X-Men movies, no matter how bad some of them may be. I think they show how much the society looks down on humans as being as on mutants as being less than or being, uh just you know what I'm saying. Like I think every single iteration of X-Men ever has always represented that properly in a really good way, that shows us what Stan Lee was going for when these characters were first created in the first place, right? And it just shows even more in this show. And I think it's been done incredibly. And that monologue that we get from Magneto was just freaking powerful, and it was beautiful, and it was just so heavy. And I'm just so ready. I'm so ready to continue to explore all the things that are going to happen. Um, they keep name dropping Phoenix in the show, and I believe it will, but for Scott, not Jean. That's true because we already did Jean's Phoenix saga, so it would make sense for someone else to go the other way. Like it makes sense for it to go the other way because for all intents and purposes, that's what we have going on with Magneto. He is taking more of that Professor X stand. And we know how these things work. You can't just have that vacuum of power open. Someone has to take it. And if it ends up being Cyclops v Magneto, would be awesome. Because I mean, Magneto is going to always stand on his business. And I think it's going to be hard for him to not be on demon time even more because of what's happened if he survived, because I don't know what's going on with that. But if Cyclops is the one that goes on demon time, I'm gonna be so ready for it, bro. And I'm really hoping that we don't get this event undone through time travel. I'm hoping that this is like one of those Nexus events, Nexus points that can't be undone. It has to happen. The universe will crumble if this event doesn't happen type of vibe, so we have to make it happen. And that's one of the reasons why our boy Uatu the Watcher was sitting there in the sky, because that's an event that has to happen. You know what I mean? It's an event that has to happen. It doesn't matter who becomes Captain America, whether it's Peggy Carter or Chris, not Chris Evans. That's not Bruh's real name. Peggy Carter, or I can't think of his name right now. But they're always gonna end up on the Avengers because that is a Nexus event. You know what I mean? That's a Nexus event of happening right there. Yo, what's up with it, Jamie Rodriguez? I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the thank you for continuing as being a bro Venger up in this G thing, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm ready, yo. We got T minus 4 minutes. I was part of the generation that watched a plane fly into Tower 2 on live TV in middle school. There's no explanation. There's no explaining that to future gens. Yeah, that's a good point though. That is a really good point. Not a lot of people saw that from that perspective. I know I didn't. I was a wee lad at that time, so I know I don't remember that happening. But I know for a lot of you guys, you do remember it, and it was as powerful as they showed it in the show, if not more powerful, because obviously it's real. But I think they did a good job, nonetheless, of showing that. And I've seen the tapes and the videos and all the stuff, but it's not the same as being in it in real time, seeing it happen right at that moment. It's crazy. It had to be crazy. Excuse my wording. What Avengers would you like to see, and what X-Men should fight which Avenger? I mean, we know that we already have Spidey, Thor, Doctor Strange, Captain America, Iron Man, just to start with. So I think seeing them would be dope. But Spidey, he's on the teeter totter there, so I don't think he's gonna just be on one thing. Same Marisu, but in the UK. Oh snap! Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. F humans. I mean, can't come on. Magneto was right. Thanos is right. Magneto was left. Magneto was up. Magneto was all the directions. Yo, facts. No cap there. No cap there. Rachel Summers is due for an appearance. Yep, yeah, Rachel Summers, and I can't think of Professor X's sister's name right now, but also her. At the end of AVX, Scott and 4 other mutants were hosts for the Phoenix, and Scott ended up becoming the new Dark Phoenix. Oh, I got you. You're talking about going full blown there. Okay, I got you. I'm down for that. I thought you were talking more quote unquote metaphorical about it, but yeah, that would be an interesting take for them to do. And I mean, they've tackled everything else in X-Men, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that shit as well. Um, Storm deserves the first MCU X-Men solo project. I agree, but on the same hand, I kind of don't want any X-Men solo projects. I kind of want them to be together already. I don't want to have to go through like 8 origin stories by any means. So yeah. Another big shout out to our guy Jamie Rodriguez, man. I definitely appreciate you, bro, for coming through and sharing the love, man. For real. Big shout out to you. Um, okay, I think the episode is about to drop, y'all. I hope Genosha event sticks. Time travel being used to solve it would cheapen the seriousness of the event and undo Gambit's heroism. Yeah, like I want them to try to stop it, but fail miserably. You know? Oh, that was a super chat. Okay, was that a super chat? No, I don't know what it is. All right, it is midnight, and that means the episode should be up. If you guys are here with us, I appreciate you. If you have the episode up on your side already, please don't press play. And if you do, please don't spoil anything for anyone in the chat, because I know a lot of people like to be on time so we could watch everything together. So I'll give you guys that second to open up your streams, get your stuff together, go use the bathroom real quick if you have to. The episode is up, and the episode is titled Life Death Part 2. So like I said earlier, we will be continuing what we've already been doing with I almost said Storm. Yeah, with Storm and Forge, excuse me. I'm excited about this. This episode is 34 minutes long, yo. 34 minutes long. This is not a drill, ladies and gents. This is not a drill. Let's turn this off, leave that on. Okay. If you guys are new around here, I am not able to play the entirety of the episode from start to finish because, of course, YouTube will come through with that crazy ban hammer, but I will be able to show you the episode periodically, show a little bit here, show a little bit there. Not too much, but just a little bit here and there periodically to give you a little taste of it. But I will have the subtitles popped up at the bottom of the screen right here for everyone to be able to sync up your side with my side if you want to experience it simultaneously. Okay, I appreciate you guys all for being here and being ready to share this with me, share this with us. It's going to be a fine time. I am so excited. And if you guys don't have any snacks, if you guys don't have anything to munch on right now, be sure to go and grab your popcorn.
Hi, my name is Dominique Pruitt, and I started Don's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn LLC in the summer of 2021 to introduce delicious and unique flavored popcorn not found anywhere else in the world. Why, you ask? Because I make it in my home with love, just for you. We offer over 10 flavors and are continuously creating new flavors that can be customized to any color or taste for your next event, party, or fundraiser. So go find yourself to our website and find a bombastic flavor of popcorn at donsbombgourmetpopcorn.com, or you can also follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Don's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn.
That is right, ladies and gents. Get you some Dom's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn, where the popcorn is always bomb, gourmet, and of course, it's made by Dom. With all that being said, ladies and gents, let's get right into it. The episode is out and up right now. I'm throwing on my headphones, throw on yours too. And without further ado, let's get into episode 6 of X-Men 97. I am so excited, and I know you guys are excited as well. On 3, we will press play together to enjoy the episode. 1, 2, 3. What the hell? Oh. I'm going to click skip. All right. Let's get into it. Bruh. Bruh. Nothing but bars dropped. Yo, we're in it, y'all. I feel like my audio is a little low. Let's get it, though. There it is. Okay. I'm munching on some Lucky Charms, yo. What are y'all munching on? Let me know. Yo, we are cooking. Professor X, yo. To me, my X-Men. Leandra, Nimrod. What the hell? Oh, no way. Are we with the professor right now? Running the accuser. Professor X was in the opening last week, too. Bruh, we're eating right now. Oh my god! He punched the shit out that man. Why'd she do Ronan like that? Oh! Oh! Bro, what's happening? Damn. Double damn. Mm. They're eating, bruh. Uh-oh. Is the adversary usually an owl? Damn. Kissing the hands that beat you is crazy. Oh, bruh. They're eating. I'm sorry, you guys, but I'm not the biggest fan of Forge's voice actor. I just had to say that real quick. I'm sorry. That was awesome. That looked beautiful. Damn! Oh. I was thinking the same thing. You may bark later? What's yo, they're on demon time. Marisu, you're not the only one on that's spicy tonight. Yo, what the hell? But Xavier, ready? Come on and bring us Legion? Bruh. My man Professor X is in space and can't escape bigotry. Milky Way ghetto is crazy. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. We don't get to see this Professor X enough, my guy. That's straight demon time. Why is she on demon time? Why did she say Milky Way ghetto? What the hell? How dare she? Damn. Oh, nah, G, it's not. This is the Smoky Eye Empire. Can y'all believe we barely halfway through this damn episode? Like, what? I feel like we've been watching this shit for 45 minutes. Damn. Nah. Bro, they hitting on every single comic book canon thing ever. Is Mans really about to go through with this? One's in the chat if you think Mans is really gonna go through with it. Two in the chat if you think he's gonna put in some secret block. She pulled up with her own. Xavier looks so badass in that. Ooh. Bruh, she's standing at the fucking door waiting to hate, bruh. Oh, he punched the shit out of her. Holy. Mans is chilling. Mans hasn't moved a muscle. Bruh! Bruh! He said I'm him! Do y'all know who I am? I'm Professor X, my boy! Raise your fucking hand, boy! Bruh, put some fucking respect on Professor X's name, man. Put some professor respect on his fucking name, okay? Like, bruh, what? Yo. Damn. Hell no. Hell nah. Jesus. Oh my god. What the hell? Oh shit! What the fuck just happened? Is my boy Forge dying on the? Oh, I was like, is my boy Forge just dying on the floor while she doing this, yo? Holy! That shit was so badass. She grew hair. Damn. Damn. Holy shit, bro! Bruh, we are cooking. years. Wait, post-credit scene. That was red. Bruh. I literally said Sinister, bro. I said Sinister. But what is happening? Yo. 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 What another banger of an episode. Holy shit. Yo, these episodes are so fire. That was only 34 minutes. That was 31 minutes. 31 minutes of straight fire, baby. Like, holy. I didn't know what to expect, but it's been, bruh. Holy shit. What an episode. What an episode, bro. Jeez. I cannot believe how good this show is week after week. I'm going to keep saying it until the show is over. This show has done every single thing I have wanted it to do, along the way. And it's even done a couple things that I didn't even know that I wanted. Like, what? Like, this just goes to show how important it is to have this, bro, to have content in animation, because you can do whatever you want and it will always be badass. There is no way that they could have showed us Gambit as that giant skeleton like that in live action. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't have worked the same way. People would have been complaining about CGI, this, that, left and right. Bruh, this show has been able to capitalize on everything that is comic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it capitalizes on everything that is comic book adjacent in the best way possible, yo. I am hype, yo. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comment section down below. Let's get a 1 in the chat if you're hyped. Let's get a 2 in the chat if you're not. And let's get a 3 in the chat if you're not exactly sure how to feel. Again, 1 in the chat if you're hyped, 2 in the chat if you're not, 3 in the chat if you're not exactly sure how to feel. Okay, I have never done a Twitter space before, but I think I'm about to do one right now to talk about this episode. I am so... bro, I cannot believe it. They are continuing to capitalize on everything possible that they could. Like, holy shit. like, man. All right, we're about to go. We are live right now on all platforms, basically. And we're about to get that Twitter space on and popping. Okay, the Twitter space start now. Allow on every visit. Okay. Hello. Yeah, I've never done this Twitter space thing before, but we got it on and popping. 1's in the chat if you like the episode, 2's in the chat if you don't. This episode, again, it really tackled all the things that I needed it to. And I didn't know that I needed it, but now I know that I needed it. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Oh, man. Wow. How incredible was this? Let's drop that link in there for the Twitter space for anybody that wants to join in with us. And then we're going to jump into chat in just a second here and talk about everything. Let me get my boards all up and on the right sides of everything. There we go. Bam. Let's get the subtitles out of there. Man, I see you guys in the chat going crazy. I can't believe it either. I am at a loss for words at how dope that episode was. I don't know what I was expecting, but man, we just got a banger. We got another banger. Yet another banger coming from this beautiful show. I don't even know what else to say, you guys. It's been insane. Okay. My bad. I had to make sure that we are live over here on Twitter, and we are. We had yet another banger of an episode. It's just again and again they are showing us what it really means to be a freaking nerd with this show. Bo DeMaio definitely knew what he was doing. I understand why he put himself in the last episode, because they knew that this show was going to be a freaking banger. And it's just ridiculous, okay, you guys? It is honestly just ridiculous. Let me know what your guys' favorite part was in the chat right now. I'm about to jump into chat and see how everyone was doing. Fire emojis if it's heat, and let's get some cold. Let's get some ice emojis if it's cold, okay? Hot and cold. Let me know. Let us know how you guys are feeling right this second. And now let's jump back into the chat. Holy shit, what a banger of an episode, you guys. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, real quick. We just got done watching. Wait. Let me do this. We just got done watching episode 6 of X-Men 97. And the show that I didn't think could get any better literally did, and in a surprising way. I did not think that we were going to go straight into Professor X in this season. I just really didn't. I thought they were going to leave it for a little bit later on in the season and maybe deal with a little bit more of the stuff that's going on right now and go into the timelines and all that stuff. But no. We're going to go straight to Professor X. We're going straight into that storyline. We're going to know everything that's going on there. Chat was talking about Legion. Mike Beasley was talking about Legion the whole time. Like, what's happening? That's all I can say with this show, is every time I think I know what we're doing, or every time I think I know what's going to happen next, I am completely surprised, completely hornswoggled, finessed, bamboozled, whatever you want to call it, and it just works so well. I never expect it, but it always happens, and I am not sad. I'm not mad about it. I love the surprise. I love the finesse almost. It's like we're getting finessed in the best way possible. It's like, yeah, you don't think this is going to be the best show that you've ever watched in your life, but guess what? It just might be. And they just continue to weave every possible piece of narrative, of just lore. Like, this show is a love letter to comic book nerds in every way, shape, and form. And it sucks that we probably will not really ever be able to get something like this in the live action form, just because of the restrictions that come with it. But nonetheless, we're eating. I never thought I was going to be able, I never thought I was going to see something so good. Like, I didn't think Marvel was going to cook with this animation in this way. I knew it was going to be good because X-Men is always good. X-Men 97, it's like, it's a recipe for success. But damn, how would I have known that it was going to be this peak? It was going to be this good. It was going to be this magnificent. There is no other words to be able to really explain it. I mean, a show that continuously has gotten better with only one quote-unquote filler episode that still added a lot more understanding and character development for Jubilee and Sunspot, or Sunburst, or Sunblast, or Sunnybun, whatever bro's name is, right? It was a solid episode. We got to see Mojo. Anytime we see Mojo. Yeah. Anytime we see Mojo in the Motindo and all that stuff, we know it's going to be a little bit filler, but it still worked and it still felt awesome of an episode. And here we are. And here we are with yet another banger of an episode yet again. And I can't believe it. I am pretty much in awe. I am in disbelief at how good this show has been. And it's going to continue to be better and better. Yo, is that the same voice actor for Storm and the Adversary? It sounded like it for sure. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Dope. Come through, Storm. Black on black with the new unis confirmed? Nah, that's crazy. She definitely pulled up with the extensions, though. I was like, damn, wait a minute. That was fire. Changed her whole suit and everything. So that's what it means to be a goddess. You feel me? That was crazy. That was amazing. Yo, make sure you guys drop a like on the stream because this episode was a freaking banger, and I'm so happy I got to experience it with all of you amazing nerds. Forge out here wasting away while she was joyriding. That had me, I was like, bro, wait, is he still just laying there? Is she doing this whole fly through montage going on? It was fire as hell, but damn. The rhyme that sells the lie. I love that in so many ways, Professor X mirrored Magneto and what his sentiments were within the last couple of episodes when he was talking to everyone at the UN. He kind of gave a very similar speech from the other side of that coin or from the other direction of that. And I thought that worked amazingly. I thought it just worked really well. They getting cooked in class? Yeah, bro. Professor X was not playing any games at all. He was not playing any games at all with them. And I just can't believe it. I can't believe it, yo. Tolerance is extinction. That is actually the title of the 3-part finale for this season. So we will have set episodes 8, 9, and 10 are all called Tolerance is Extinction. So we are building up to something incredible, y'all. We are building up to something incredible. And I am so ready for it. I am so ready for it. Children's of the Atom. Holy smokes. Well, now he's cooked. Holy crap. Strap up the boots. I just love that everybody was going crazy. I thought Bastion would cause the genocide, but it was freaking Sinister, yo. Sinister needs to be in live action. And I agree. Crazy foreshadowing, yo. They're doing crazy foreshadowing. I can't wait another week. Damn it. Bro, that's how I feel. I feel like these episodes are an hour long, and I feel like it takes 2 weeks to get to them. It's not fair. It's not fair. I need more, but I don't want more, but I need more. But I feel like if they give us more, I'm going to be so sad that I didn't get to watch it week by week. Like, yo, this show is perfect proof as to why the binge release method has to be the worst possible method ever. I feel like the only time you release something in a binge method is when you do not believe in the product, i.e. Echo. Like, that was all released at one time because they knew people was going to be set tripping with it. They needed it all released at one time, you know? Avatar: The Last Airbender should not be released all at one time. Sorry, it just shouldn't. The live action, that was crazy. Neither should have One Piece. This show, it's so awesome that each week we all get to come together as nerds and talk about it and theorize about the things that we think are gonna happen and talk about the things that actually did happen in the comics. Like, bro, it's been just peak nerdism, you guys. Like, there's never been a better time to be a nerd. And if I'm not mistaken, we get this show all the way up until the release of Deadpool. If I'm not wrong, I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure we get this show all the way up until the release of Deadpool. And if that is the case, if I'm not just yapping when I say that, we are we're cooking. We're in positively good hands. Like, we are cooking with Allstate. You feel me? Like, we are in good hands. It's crazy. It's honestly insane. Oh, I'm losing some chats. You guys are talking you guys are going crazy. Super sassy, but bro is about his fashion. Henry Cavill as sassy Sinister would be so much fun in live action. That's a fact. That would be crazy. It writes itself. Facts. It really does. Love all the ones in the chat, yo. Love all the ones in the chat. Big vibes, yo. Sinister's voice needs to be in live action. It's so terrifying. Yeah, they do a really good way. Writing keeps hitting it out of the park. It's really ridiculous how good the writing in this show is, yo. Like, it's honestly mind-boggling how good it is, bro. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, oh yeah, that's right. Like that, like this is insane. Let me see. When does Deadpool come out? Okay, I think I was yapping. I guess we don't get this show up until Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool comes out in July. I'm sorry for yapping, you guys. For some reason, I thought this show led up to Deadpool for some reason. Tell Bo to apologize. We need him back to write season 3 ASAP. Yo, that's facts. Mari Sue was saying earlier that she saw Bo DeMaio on Grace Randolph and he might be making a comeback. Did you say that, Mari Sue, earlier? I believe so. This may go down as one of the best Marvel made projects of all time, if not possibly the best Marvel project of all time. I agree with you so much. Like, it's honestly insane. The show is doing the Lord's work. The Milky Way ghetto was crazy. I have never heard something so disrespectful in a space term like that. Like, I was like, damn, bro, like the Milky Way ghetto. Like, what? And I love that my boy felt played too. Like, Professor X was like, what the hell? Like, how dare you? Fire, yo, straight fire. That was crazy. Deathbird straight disrespected an entire species, a whole galaxy even. Yo, for real. She started that shit off by saying you from the wrong side of the star. Like, bro, what? From the wrong side of the stars? Excuse me? Who the fuck you think you talking to? Like, yo. One of the surprise was Forge was doing some magic there. Didn't expect to see that. Yeah, they put in, I think Beezy said it. Shaman Forge. But, that's from his mama though, so it makes sense. It makes sense. When Bolivar is horrified by Genosha, that says everything. Exactly, Matthew. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. It's just letting us know how really messed up everything was and how really bad things went. Like, no one really understands. This show destroys the What If series? Yes, it definitely does. It definitely, yeah. Compared to What If, but I mean, to be fair, What If is definitely a multiversal anthology type of series that still interconnects. But this show it's peak, bro. It's peak. I was waiting for Shaman Forge. Yo, Shiar was the only clue I needed to know we were getting Professor X. Yeah, that intro definitely let us know it was about to be insane. But last week, we definitely saw Professor X in the intro with his lady. It is so great to see this show again. It's amazing to have this show come back. Charles was such a gangster in this episode. I love it. Yo, he was channeling Magneto. Like, again, the duality between the two. Magneto is channeling Professor X, and then Professor X is low-key channeling Magneto in his own way, but they're both still being themselves. You know what I mean? It's like we get to see Magneto be Professor X in his Magneto way, and then we get to see Professor X be Magneto in his Professor X way, and then it just works together so well. Just meshes. The Milky Way is pretty ghetto. Ghetto is it reminds you that if Charles were any less benevolent, so many would wish for death. Yeah, he literally kidnapped them all into his mind. Like, you don't mess with that. You just don't. I don't think we get Legion this season though. Save that for season 2. I mean, we already got baby Cable. We got the baby born in this season. We see her pregnant and have the baby born in this season as far as it goes for Cable. And then we see his future self come back. So, for all intents and purposes, we might see the same thing happen with this. And she might already be pregnant. I mean, the way they was talking, the way they was, yo. No one Nobody can tell me that Professor X has not took her down. Like, I'm sorry, but the way that they was flirting and the things that they was saying, them is things you say to someone that you done already did some things with. You feel me? Like, they was talking mad spicy. That definitely took me by surprise. Like, they was mad spicy. I was like, what? Yo. uh Xavier is technically, while not a typical villain, perhaps the biggest key antagonist in the entire series. Yeah. I feel that. Low key. Oh, I got you. Hashtag bring back Bo. Facts. Bring him back because Brent knows what he's doing. I've been saying that about Professor X for years. Man has always been a menace. Like, Professor X is not a good guy, but he is a good guy, you know? I think the thing is, it's like Professor X isn't a bad guy. He's not a good guy, but he's definitely better than Magneto. You know, like, and that's why we even start the season with Magneto telling all of the X-Men, like, hey, bro, welcome. Everyone had to find out that Professor X is not the most powerful, all-knowing person that everyone thinks he is. Like, it's hard to find that out, but we all got to find it out at some point. It's a part of growing up. Like, I just love the way that I love that. Like, he's spitting. He was spitting, yo. He was spitting. Totally agree. I knew I would appreciate this since I first watched it when I was 14, but damn, from episode 5 and onward, even before with the Goblin Queen, so good. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. We started off with a banger. Like, episode 1 was insane, and then every episode continued to get better. And then, we had that one episode where it was like, oh, this is filler, whatever. And then the end of that episode was even banger. And then it was just nonstop. Yeah, I'm so here. Marvel looking at other animations now after this series being so good. I want to see Spider-Man done this way. We're supposedly supposed to be getting Spider-Man the animated series coming back as well in the wake of Marvel animation, as well as a slew of other animated projects. I think a couple of them will be connected to the X-Men animated universe, but I know that they also have the Marvel Cinematic Universe adjacent animations, and that includes the Eye of Wakanda. I believe that's going to be one of Marvel Animation's first MCU project for real, for real. Like, What If is as well, but it's more multiversal, so it like doesn't count, but it does. But Eye of Wakanda is going to be if I'm not mistaken, it is 616 our MCU continuity sacred timeline animation set in our universe, but it's just going to be an animated show about Wakanda. Other than that, for Marvel Animation, we know that we're getting Freshman Year, which is a Spider-Man show about him when he's a kid, and I believe what they said is basically instead of him being Iron Man Jr., he's basically Green Goblin Jr. because Oscorp picks him up instead of Stark Industries, basically. So that's what that's supposed to be. I think that's what they said that's supposed to be about. And then we're also getting Marvel Zombies, which isn't connected to anything inherently in the continuity, whether that be the animated universe nor the MCU. And then, like I said, they're supposed to be bringing back Marvel Spider-Man. And then in last week's episode, at the beginning, when they did the Marvel animation intro, they showed us the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, they showed us Spider-Man, and they showed us something else. And all of the things that they showed us basically all were connected to the X-Men animated universe that they had back in the 90s. So that may be hint to them bringing it all back. And, we also had the Watcher watching things in last week's episode, and that obviously brings all of the X-Men animated universe into the continuity of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's multiverse. I know it's a lot, but if you understood, you're awesome. Storm's new look, so godlike, for real, for real. Powers restored, time to change my weave. Ford can wait. She's Omega now. Glad to see her with long hair and classic costume. Yeah, the costume was costuming. Uh, this episode was lit. I loved every bit of the storms ascending. Honestly, it was so freaking beautiful to see her kind of get back all of the things, you know, how Storm got her groove back. Like it was hitting. Like that was hitting. I'm hyped. Like that had me hyped. I'm gonna go watch that again. uh that is Storm's look in X-Men Evolution. I believe this is like the second or third X-Men Evolution reference that you made for about this show today, Marisu. So that's something to definitely pay attention to. It would have been hilarious if he had died while shooting. Okay, Matthew. I've been telling y'all we are getting a connected anime universe. Spider-Man 98, other projects that were canceled. It's all in the works as we speak. You ain't got to speculate on that. Look at that, bro. Mike Beasley let us know right there. Mike Beasley let us know right there. Mike Beasley told you so, yo. I'm telling you, it's gonna be happening. It's gonna be happening. Y'all get ready. Evolution was amazing. Jean was super useful and didn't faint. Nah. That's crazy. How do you think they tie in the Avengers and Ronin? I mean, the Avengers already exist. We know that multiple superheroes exist in the X-Men animated universe, okay? Like we know I've said this a couple times, but we know Iron Man, we know Captain America, we know Spider-Man, we know I think Black Panther, Thor, Doctor Strange, um we know at least those six that I just named exist within the X-Men universe because we've seen them specifically in the X-Men show. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the any of the shows that are from the past that are adjacent to the animated universe as well. I'm talking specifically we have seen them in X-Men the animated series in the last seasons that they had before it was canceled and before we were here now. So I think it's very easy for them to show us a lot of those characters, a lot of those heroes, a lot of those people, or whatever you want to call them. I don't think it's going to be hard to kind of introduce them or bring them in or any of that. I think it's just going to be a quick little boom, ba boom, just like that. Hey, Magneto, go back to the Brotherhood since I put you in charge. You've been fucking it up. Facts, though. If we go by the comics, Sinister was inspired and transformed by someone else. I hope Wanda and Pietro show up for Magneto's funeral to also work in the Avengers more, and also because they're his kids, and hopefully to make them mutants again. I mean, they're that I'm pretty sure they're in the old show as well. Not too predominantly, but they're there. So it's possible. As far as I'm concerned, they are still his children. I said that about Echo. Facts. We eating so good. Love to see a blurred. I be feeling so lonely. Hey, bro. Hey, it's all good. Let us see you here too, G. We all nerdy up in this G thing, man. Pretty much up until Deadpool 3. Yeah, facts. Polaris would be great. We getting a 5-course all-star meal here. Finale is May 15th. Deadpool and Wolverine is July 26th. Okay, well, I'm not too far off then. Only a month away from each other, yo. A month and some change, but only a month away from each other. I feel they're using all the good plot for this series, save some for the movie. Bro, they can redo the same stuff in the movie. This is the thing, though, right? This is really the thing that you have to think about, bro. I think we all need to think about. The animated area is where you get to go all out and do all of the things that you would never think that you can't see live action. That's the place for it. It works really well. This stuff will not work the same way in live action. Like, we could not have the same storyline in live action, unfortunately. We just couldn't really get it the same way. They'd have to finagle it for sure. You know, they gotta finagle it. I mean, look, they have finagled it, right? They've done this, they did it before. Like, you know, we can talk about Days of Future Past and all that X-Men stuff. Like, they have done the X-Men thing and it works, but it doesn't work because they have to make it more realistic. You know, they have to do it from that more realistic vibe. And that's all fine and dandy, but again, like when we see Professor X kidnap everyone, that we can see that happen, and we can see them in the class and all that, but get we're not seeing them do that entire thing, right? I mean, they kind of did something like that with Spider-Man No Way Home or Spider-Man Far From Home with Mysterio and Spidey. They did have that moment where it was like kind of ghost foggy. So I guess they kind of done that in a way already, and that worked really well. But it's just you're not going to be able to do it to this scale, you right? You're not going to be able to just have this episode. We're not going to be able to see this in a movie. We're not going to be able to see Storm do all that badassness and then be in space and see all that. We're not getting all of that, and we're not getting that. It's just unfortunate, but we're not, you know. So this is the place to do all of those things. Like this is where dreams are made, and then we leave all of the other stuff to the comics, where they'll bleed in all of the other storylines that don't go to this more fantastical. I don't know if fantastical is the word I'm looking for, but it doesn't go to a place where it's all the way out of the realm of possibility. I don't even know what I'm saying, bro. It's hard to talk realism when we're in this area, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying. We're not going to be able to tackle this in a cartoon in a live action way. Like, it's not going to be possible. But I do have a question. Would you guys want to see something like this as a movie, like in theaters? Like, give me a one in the chat if you would want to see like a X-Men, like a big team up movie for all the animated stuff. Like, would you be down for something like that? You know, like, would you want to see an X-Men movie that's animated in this style in the theaters, though? One in the chat if you would, two in the chat if you wouldn't. Or like two in the chat if you think this deserves to be, if this type of format should stay for television only, or do you think it would work in that movie format? I kind of think it would work in a movie format. I would definitely go and watch an animated movie like this. Like, can you imagine being able to see this in theaters and be able to experience these moments and hear that music just build up in that way? Like, bro, whoa, I don't know if we'd be able to handle it. Bodomayo had a great interview about what inspired him to make this new series, especially episode 5. Oh, okay. I haven't seen any of that stuff, honestly. Deathbird needs some psychic rewriting. Bo actually wrote out his inspiration on Twitter too. We do. Okay, that's dope. We do have new Doctor Who and Star Wars Acolyte between X-Men ending and Deadpool coming out. We eating good. Star Wars Acolyte for sure. I haven't watched any of the Doctor Who, so I couldn't speak on that. But Star Wars Acolyte is for surely coming out. The magic looked like Doctor Strange's and the Sorcerer's magic. Yeah, it did. It did have that look to it. And I think a lot of that magic is tied to each other, so it does look similar for a reason, for sure. Forge is a low level Doctor Strange in the comics, FYI. Yeah. My guy, Shaman Forge. Shaman Forge is you know what I mean? Doctor Strange, Shaman Forge. Some of the What If episodes were good, but I agree. Oh yeah, some of those What If episodes were actually fire. Like, the show is good, but it's nowhere near this. Nothing is near this, to be completely honest. Not even any of the Star Wars animated shows that we've got have been able to reach this type of level of just sheer scale alone. Like, sheer scale alone. It just hasn't really happened. I need to know Scott's reaction of the genocide. I thought we got to see that. No, we kind of got. Well, we didn't get to see it, but isn't he the one that asks how many died at the end of episode 5, and when they're all just staring at the TV? What a fire way to find for like to show Professor X finding out as well is seeing Gambit and then watching him die and then just seeing a whole bunch of just seeing the classroom filled with skeletons everywhere like the oh my god, bro, like oh, low key high key chills, man, like high key low key chills. They do need each other. Didn't the trailer? I don't even know. I haven't seen any of the trailers for nothing. Sensei, did you watch the FX Legion series? It's required viewing. No, there's a what is that? Oh, you know what? I've heard about that. No, I have never watched it. I have not watched a single episode of Legion. My cousin has told me a lot about it, but I have never watched it once. Is it required viewing? Because I will watch it. If it's required viewing, Marisu, I will watch it. I want the Onslaught saga. Yeah. Well, Onslaught could be dope. Onslaught was bad though. Yeah. Charles and Leandra, yo, they was whoa. I was like, bruh, there are people in the room. Oh, Charles and Leandra have been close already. There is no question. Facts. I don't care. He's cool. Onslaught is cool. Story was not cool, not as cool, I guess. Onslaught is powerful. Marvin doesn't know what? The Eye of Wakanda is something I am looking forward to. As the whole nation is a world I want to see explore. Yes. As that whole nation is a nation, I want to. Yeah. I want to know more about Wakanda for sure, especially with what we've already seen here and there. The snippets of it is fantastic, bro. And it's just we need more animation for Marvel. Marvel for the MCU especially. The MCU needs more animation and it needs more comics. It just does. It's literally hindering to not have any other thing to drive that universe forward other than movies and these Disney Plus shows that have kind of been half shit, you know? Like we need more than that to drive this universe forward. That's why Star Wars, the never-ending backstory, will always work and always be incredible because they can make comics about the old Republic, the High Republic, the New Republic, the Next Republic. You know what I mean? They can make comics about all of that and then also make freaking novels and then also have animated shows coming out and then also be making movies. Like the universe of Star Wars is what we need for every type of animated for every type of franchise. Like DC is trying to do it with their cartoons, live actions and stuff, and they want everything to be canon. Like that is the way to do it. Make everything canon because once everything is canon, guess what? We're able to spread this universe, explore all these different things, and it's not as hard to introduce these little minute things because it's already been in the animation or it's already been in the comic, right? So I just feel like it's something small, but it's something that we should have. Like we should see the new Falcon, he should have like a little comic run right now that's actually MCU adjacent. So when we see him in Brave New World, we know what the hell he's been up to. Like that shit like that. It needs to happen, bro. It stresses me out, low-key, that we don't see it happen more. My bad. Tangent over. Yeah, just beyond just T'Challa and the Black Panther. I agree. Oh, Marvel doesn't know a good thing when they see it. Facts. Can we mention how Professor X was all about decolonizing the mind? Talk about taking everyone to school. Yeah, that was wild, bro. He was decolonizing. Yeah, he was spitting. He was spitting, yo. He was spitting between him and Magnus. They've been spitting. Charles and Magnus been spitting, bro. That's why they need to work together, because together, that's when you have the best of both worlds, the good, the bad, and the ugly. She really pulled up looking comic book accurate. Yeah, that was wild. Like crazy comic book accurate. Whoever is going crazy on the hearts, I will find you and I will love you. Yeah, I definitely appreciate the love. I see you guys using those reactions. Definitely appreciate the love. For real, for real. I'm going to call this now. I am Apocalypse. Yo, I am here for Apocalypse. I don't want it to be Apocalypse, but when it is inevitably Apocalypse, I will lose my shit. Because it will probably be when we see if we see Apocalypse in this, it will be so much more bad. It will be so much more badass than it's ever been when we've seen him, right? Because they've talked about it a lot with this show. Is something that they could not do in the original animated series was actually show the scale of things, right? Like when you're looking at, sorry, I can't think of their name, but the robots, I can't think of the robots' names right now. Why is my brain just went completely blank on the name of the robots, bro? But when you see the robots coming through, brain fart, complete brain fart. But when you see the robots coming through, right? They're in a mall sometimes. Sometimes they're like the size of a house. Sometimes they're larger than a mall and a house. There was no accurate scaling like that went across everything, right? They weren't able to do it. But now they're able to actually show you how big the freaking, why I can't think of the damn robots' names. They're able to show you how big they are. So I'm just saying that in relation to Apocalypse. Apocalypse had that same issue. You didn't really know, you don't really know how menacing he is until you know. So I'm pumped to see that come out and for us to be able to check that out and see how that's rocking. X-Men Evolution Wanda was my look for like 3 years of high school. It was a little too influential. Yo, I need to know what you look like, Marisu, because like the person that I saw in my mind, I don't think that's what I saw you look like. What was the point? What was the plant? The heel forge. It looks familiar. It was something. It was some kind of cactus. Did we actually see it? Did we actually see the cactus? I don't think we ever saw it. Did we? I think we just saw her go like climb the tunnel and then fly around, and then he had the medicine. We pretend onslaught never happened. I'm heading out. Great stream, great chat, and the great and conversation. Thanks for another fun run. Hey, I appreciate you, Ark, for being here with us yet again. G, you have a good rest of your night. My faith in Marvel is officially restored. No BS. Yo, hey, I never lost faith because I knew it was going to be. I know Marvel's cooking, bro. I know Marvel's cooking. I have never lost faith. I feel you. Animation is limitless. Completely. It is completely limitless. You can't. There is no ceiling, bro. The ceiling is the budget. Like the ceiling is the budget for animation. And the budget for animation, they do that. They are way more willing to put good money into that than they will into this. Like they won't. And if you make cuts or if you cut back on money in animation, it's not as big of a deal when you cut back on money in CGI. Like CGI equals realistic. So if you're not, if you're being cheap with where you want to spend your money, you gonna have one scene looking magnificent and the next one looking crazy. But in these animation ways, hey bro, we just gonna lower the frames a little bit or something. It's gonna be really easy to do these things. Nah, bro, this is a soap opera. This only works in weekly installments. I see what you mean in that way. I agree with that. The weekly installments allows for the drama to be stretched out, and yeah, I agree with that. I can see the old X-Men soap opera installments and some big operatic events in film. Yes. Forge the Techno Shaman. That's actually heat. Once Charles saw Gambit and those skeletons, you just knew he was not walking away from that. Facts, bro. Facts. Like it hit him way too hard. Bro, just finished. Yo, what's up with the Thrasher? Crazy, right? Bastion? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Bastion. Like, we need to see more. Like, they keep teasing us. Legion is required viewing. 3 seasons, self-contained, simply amazing performances all around. Oh, okay. I'll check that. Charles wanted to be a dog. He was ready to bark. Bro, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I was like, what the hell? I was like, bro, what's happening here? Somebody help us. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy. Bro was ready to bark, and he has barked already. Not only is he ready to bark, he has already barked. Like, man's been yipping. Yip, yip. You feel me? Like, he been doing the damn thing unequivocally. Republic, Republic. Oh, Sentinels. Yes, the Sentinels. Damn, I couldn't think of the name of them, yo. But it was very hard to replicate the Sentinels' actual scaling in the show in the 90s because animation wasn't that good. But now, with technology and animation, like they can do the scaling of everything. So just imagine how much more menacing Apocalypse will actually be able to look now that he will be at proper scale and proper everything and more 3D, more like the better detailing in the face across the board. Like if Apocalypse is behind everything, which he might be, but they are obviously taking their creative liberties with the events of the comics and kind of switching it around on how it happens, i.e., what happened with Baby Cable, right? Like everything that goes on with Baby Cable, they made it sinister instead, right? So it's obvious that they are changing things, and I am super down for all of the changes that they've been implementing across the board. Like it just works. Yeah, Apocalypse has celestial tech and it connects to the Eternals. Yes, yes, I do believe that is correct. Because the mutants are connected to the Celestials, also to the Eternals and the Deviants and everything in between. Like all of that stuff is interconnected. Like I'm pretty sure what like all the celestial stuff and all of that is the reason why mutants are like a thing, and also why humans won't die if like they get exposed to gamma radiation. Instead of dying, they turn into the Incredible Hulk. Like, or instead of getting, if you get bit by a radioactive spider, you don't just die, you turn into Spider-Man. It's because of what the Celestials have done in the past, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm pretty sure that's why things are the way they are for us. Well, not for us, but for Marvel, basically. And for their heroes and mutants and all the things in between that. Like Celestials, Deviants, Eternals, mutants, all of that stuff in humans. Like it's all there together somehow, some way. It's past 3 a.m. Don't forget to do your Wheel of Time reading. Yeah, Wheel of Time's gonna be fire tomorrow. I'm excited. Will death will the death of millions of mutants cause Xavier's mind to snap, creating onslaught? Stay tuned on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. I am just happy they're not just copy and pasting from the comic. They are making us guess how it's going to end. Yeah, they've been switching it around. They've been keeping it fresh, keeping it new. They've been allowing us to get ready for wherever this can take us. And it's like, again, for those of us who have not read all the comics and are still like not privy to what's going to happen next, we get to be completely happy and excited about whatever's going on. And for those of us that know every single thing that's going to happen next, we also get to be excited about what might happen and how they might change it or how they get to the thing that's going to happen. For it's like the journey to be like, they said the thing is also amazing. It's like, how do we get to that point? How do we get to Madeline Pryor? How do we get to these moments that we know are going to happen and we know are going to be created? What are the stepping stones that lead us to that? What's the path? What's the journey? What's the yellow brick road, if you will? And it's always amazing to see it happen in all these different ways. And I think this show, it's like, yo, they're hitting all, and they literally from the beginning of this show, like season 1, they have been hitting all of the major plot points of X-Men. Like, I don't feel like this is even something new, right? Like, they've been hitting the major plot points of X-Men from the jump. Like, we've seen Cable before. We've already got the Dark Phoenix saga under our belt. We have all these other things that's been going on throughout the history of X-Men because they have been grabbing everything that is X-Men and wrapping it into their arms and creating something new that we are all able to appreciate in our own way, on our own level, week after week. And it is such a pleasure to be able to enjoy this show week after week with a lot of you amazingly lovely people. And I hope you guys have all enjoyed our watch party and review of this episode tonight. I have loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it so much. I think this show is on fire, straight heat. Like, Chef Bo DeMaio needs to come back immediately. Bro needs to go on an apology tour and just make it happen so we can get more of this happening in every single way. We need Bo DeMaio to be the Kevin Feige of Marvel Animation. And we need Kevin Feige to be the Kevin Feige of everything else. You know what I'm saying? But let Bo do what Bo do in the area of Marvel Animation, because bro is cooking. I don't want no one else handling none of this animation stuff from here on out. Give him What If. Give him Eye of Wakanda. Let him be over everything and see what's going to happen, because we are like, if we get Eye of Wakanda, if we get anything else and it is not up to par like this, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. That's one of the things that really is bad. That it has to suck for all of the creators, all of the executives, all of everyone that works a business position at Marvel. It's like, when they know they have a banger, when they know they have something that is going to be crazy heat, guess what? It's going to ruin the next 10 projects if they're not up to par with that. And that's not the type of stuff that no one else really has to deal with. It's like, bruh, you just made $1 billion movie. We need every single movie to be $1 billion movie. You just made $1 billion show. We need every single show to be $1 billion show. And if it's not, then the fans raise, because it's like, hey, this isn't as amazing as everything else that you've made before. And sometimes that happens, you guys. And it's okay for that to happen. So if there's a show that you don't like as much, if there's another animation that comes out that's not up to par to X-Men 97, which it won't be, it's okay. Because X-Men 97 is amazing. And we get to enjoy that for what it is. And that's how we should enjoy every show. It just so happens that this is a freaking banger. And sometimes not everything is going to be a banger. It's unfortunate. But shit, it be like that sometimes, man. It just be like that sometimes. But hey, we're going to be here to talk about it, nerd out about it, discuss it every step of the way, all the time. Whatever is going on, we're going to be rocking with it for sure. I have had a lovely time tonight watching this show. This show it just never fails to amaze me. It has never ceased to make me just excited. Make me like, just, I don't even know what else to say. It's like, this show makes you feel a little proud to be a Marvel nerd. And it's like weird to say that, but it's true. It's like it's worth it. Hey, it paid off. It's like all of my knowledge of nerdiness has paid off because of this. And even if you don't know every single thing, the majority of us, we know so much that it's like we get to see a moment and be hype. There are thousands of people that watched this show tonight and saw Storm do her Storm thing and go into her comic accurate suit and had no idea that that was comic accurate suit. Had no idea that that was from this, or had no idea that that was that, or had no, you know what I mean? But us as nerds, we get to be like, yo, that makes me remember when I read that in a comic, or that makes me remember when I watched that here, or that makes me remember X, Y, Z. It just makes being a nerd awesome, and being able to share it with other people that love it and are also nerds is one of the best parts about being a nerd. So I just want you guys to remember that. It's all about enjoying what you're watching, enjoying being a nerd, enjoying the best parts of it, and, you know, not focusing on the worst parts of it, you know? I mean, last week's episode, there were multiple times where there were little issues kind of going on in the episode that no one even knows about because they were so zoomed in on all of the good. So focus on the good. Don't focus on the hate. This show is amazing. This show is great. And I'm telling you, after we're done with this show, I have absolutely zero doubt about this show ending on a banger. Like, this season is going to end on a complete banger. This was a pleasure. I am so glad I could find people to talk with about this. Hey, I hope you come through next week and the preceding weeks, because we're always going to be talking about this Marvel stuff. We always do Marvel stuff, always do watch parties for the latest Marvel, Star Wars shows, or whatever pop culture show might be coming out at that time. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be doing watch parties and reviews for Star Wars The Acolyte when that comes out. When Deadpool comes out, we're going to be doing movie reviews and talking about it here. We're going to be doing all of that nerdy stuff and covering everything every step of the way. And if you guys are nerds like me, if you guys love Marvel like I do, if you guys love nerd culture like I do, then definitely drop a sub, because we're going to be handling all that stuff, always doing these discussions. We're trying to go live every day. We've been experimenting with the shorts tab and a whole bunch of other things. So it's going to be, we're going up from here, you guys. We're going up from here, and we're just going to keep pumping out all of this amazingness, all this amazing stuff. If you guys have TikTok, make sure you follow us at Marvel Bros on TikTok, because we have content coming out over there as well. So definitely tune in on all the platforms, because we're going to be getting nerdy, yo. We're getting down and nerdy. You feel me? This right here was need the original recipe X-Men back together. Hey, I appreciate you for joining the super fam, my guy. In full effect, Nightcrawler getting some respect in the opening was the best thing to come out of tonight. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Tonight was cooking, G. But yeah, that was fire. That was fire. They definitely given love. This show has been showing love to every character. Like, there has not really been a main character in the show yet. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has been getting love. The X-Men are the main characters. Like, there is not just one person getting, like, all of the screen time or whatever. Like, everybody has been getting love. Everybody will always say that Wolverine continues to get the short end of the stick, but, you know, it be like that sometimes. Somebody got to get the short end of the stick. And unfortunately, it got to be the short guy. Yeah. All right. Man, it's been a lovely time tonight, you guys. I'm not going to lie. I have loved this episode. Everything about it was fantastic. these episodes, it's so surprising that they're only 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't believe these episodes are only 30 minutes. It's wild that we have not had an episode longer yet. But if any of these episodes are 45 minutes in the future, our brains will melt. Hey, shout out to Dan the Man. Thank you for joining the super fam, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you lovely people, man. For real, for real. Is you guys have definitely made it a joy to be here tonight to nerd out and to just get ready for it, man. You know you ain't right. Time for Wolverine to sit down. All them X-Men's is here to shine. Yo, eh, out of all the X-Men, right? Wolverine is the only one that got his own movie. So we don't need to see more of him. I ain't even trying to throw shade at bro. You feel me? But we know what's up with Wolverine. It's Wolverine. Everybody knows Wolverine's story. Everybody does. And he about to be in Deadpool. Marvel knows what they're doing, bro. They know what they're doing. They're teasing us with all this stuff, bro. They're just teasing us because they know that they're about to be dropping banger after banger after banger, bro. Like, they put The Thing at the beginning of last week's episode in the Marvel animation title card. Like, bro, that talk about a tease. Like, they're teasing so hard. Like The Thing and Silver Surfer. Like, bro, they're teasing so hard. It's insane. Like it's honestly diabolical. Like, why are we doing this? Like, just show us what's going on. Like, you don't have to tease us like this, bro. But hey, I'm here for it though, because that just means that we got nothing but more lovely nerdy goodness in store for us in the future. So hey, I'm here for it, yo. I'm hype. I'm hype city, brother. I'm hype city. Wasn't this the same Ronin that was in the Silver Surfer cartoon? I don't know. I did not watch the Silver Surfer cartoon, to be completely honest with you, so I wouldn't be able to answer that. But it's a possibility. It is definitely a possibility. Mm, mm, mm. That was intense. Omega threat level detected. Like, bruh, crazy fire. So, with all that being said, I definitely appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in with me tonight. You guys are amazing. You guys have made it so much fun to do this yet again, and we gonna always do it. We gonna always have a good time because that's what we do around these parts, okay? If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream because it definitely helps out with everything that we're trying to do around these parts. You can follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. You can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time. And of course, you can also check out our weekly podcast wherever you check out podcasts at, because we be doing the damn thing over there. Okay, like I said, we've been experimenting with this multi-streaming stuff lately. So tonight we've been live on YouTube. We were live on Twitch, I think. We were live on Instagram, Facebook. We were even doing a Twitter space. So we're on all the platforms. Whatever platform is the platform that you're on, you can find Marvel Bros there to give you all your nerdy content that you're looking for, whether it be the latest nerdy news or just talking about the scoops and things like that and nerding out about the things that we love, okay? That's what we do around here at Marvel Bros, and that's what we will continue to do around here as well. You guys have been amazing tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been another fun night. This is what we do around these parts. I still need to finish Invincible. I haven't been able to finish that yet, but I will be doing that soon. I gotta watch the last 2 episodes. I might just do that in one stream just to get that out the way, but I'm not sure. We have a whole bunch of other stuff going on and happening, and yeah, yo, whether you like Marvel, whether you like DC, if you just like other pop culture stuff, watch parties, book clubs, Whatever your heart desire, you might find it here. Okay? I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as I have already said. And as I always say, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Don't forget to stay awesome, stay nerdy, and of course, stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Marv Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update,